Let's jump right into After Effects. First, open After Effects and create a new composition. Next, create a new solid layer and name it Background. You can choose any color you like, then hit OK. After that, go ahead and import your audio file. Once it's in, right-click on the audio file and choose Pre-Compose. Let's call this Pre-Composition Audio. Make sure to click on Move All Attributes and then hit OK. Now, place this audio layer right below the background layer. Now it's time to create another solid layer, and this one will be for the audio spectrum effect. Once that layer is ready, go over to the Effects and Presets panel and search for Audio Spectrum. Apply that effect to the new solid layer, and then let's adjust some settings. Change the audio layer to the Audio Pre-Comp. Now increase the thickness value to 10 and set the softness value to 0%. For the frequency settings, change the start frequency to 200 and the end frequency to 1200. Also, adjust the maximum height value to 500. Now, if you preview it, this is how it looks so far. Next, let us tweak a few more settings. Change the end frequency value to 800, then adjust the audio duration to 200 and the audio offset to 160. Now, when you preview the animation, you'll notice how much better it looks already. And now for the magic touch. Go back to the Effects and Presets panel and search for polar coordinates. Apply it right below the audio spectrum effect. Change the type of conversion to rect to polar. Now increase the interpolation value to 100% to make it a circle. And this is how it looks now. Change the side option to side B so that the lines will appear outside the circle. Next, change the start and end frequencies to create a different kind of flow. Go to the Effects and Presets panel and search for Mirror. Add it below the Polar Coordinates effect. Set the Y reflection center value to 960 to mirror the audio spectrum. This is how it looks now. If you want, you can change the maximum height value for a different look. Let's set it to 1284 now. Select the audio spectrum layer, press R to open rotation, and change the rotation value to -90. This will rotate the spectrum like this. Great. You can adjust the size of the spectrum by changing the start and endpoint values. I like this size, so I'll keep it as is. Now go to the Effects and Presets panel again and search for CC Radial Fast Blur. Add it at the bottom of all effects. Change the zoom option to brightest, then change the amount value to a higher number, around 80, to add some light rays. Great, I like this style. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to this channel. Next, create a new solid layer and name it Star. I'm using a white color, but you can pick any color you like. Hit OK. Go back to the Effects and Presets panel and search for CC Starburst. Add it to the star layer and adjust a few settings. Set the scatter value to 500 and the size value to 50. Change the grid spacing to 10, and this is how it looks now. Change the speed value to 0.1 to slow it down, which I prefer. Some unwanted stars may appear in the center, so let's fix that. Go to the Effects and Presets panel again and search for Iris Wipe. Add it below the double C starburst effect. Adjust the outer radius value to around 360 to remove the center stars. Increase the feather value to make the edges softer. Set the size value to 25, and I like how it looks now. Finally, go back to the Effects and Presets panel and search for CC Lens. Add it to the star layer below the CC Starburst effect. Change the size value to around 200 to add some depth to the design. Let's hide the audio spectrum so we can focus on the star only. Now you can see how it looks. Turn off the CC Lens effect to see how it looked before. Turn the effect back on and it looks much better. Now turn on the audio spectrum layer. You can adjust the hue interpolation value to change the colors. Uncheck the dynamic hue phase so the colors stay the same instead of changing while the video plays. Let's change the color to white and then minimize it. Great. Now let's add some text. Go to the tools and select the text tool. Click anywhere on the screen and start typing your text. I won't add text animation here because that's for a different tutorial. I'm just focusing on the look of the spectrum. Let's keep this kind of look. And it's looking much better now. Now unselect any selected layer. Then go to the tools and select the pen tool. Click to draw a line like this. Make sure your fill is set to none and your stroke is set to solid color. My stroke size is 5. Now rename this shape layer to line. Expand this layer, go to Contents, Shape 1, and Stroke 1. Change the line cap to round cap so the edges are rounded. Start by duplicating your line layer by selecting it in the timeline and pressing Ctrl+D on Windows or Command+D on Mac. Select the bottom layer, press T to open the opacity settings, and set the value to 10%. With this layer still selected, click on the Add button next to Contents and choose Trim Paths. Open the Trim Paths options and decide whether to animate the start or end value, depending on how your line was drawn. In this example, the start value will work best. Move the playhead to the first frame of your timeline, then click the stopwatch icon next to start to add a keyframe. Now move the playhead to the last frame and adjust the start value so the line fully animates. This will create a smooth slider effect. Next, select all your elements and align them to the center of the composition. Now it's time to add a timer. Select the text tool, click on the screen, and type timer as the text. Open the text layers options, go to the text section, and add an expression to the source text by holding Alt on Windows or Option on Mac while clicking the stopwatch icon. Paste the provided expression into the box. Once added, increase the letter spacing and adjust the text size to 24 pixels. Align the timer properly and set the composition view to 100%. By the way, you can download this expression from the link in the description. The timer will now continue playing until the end of your animation, giving your design a clean and professional look. Now select all the layers and align them at the center of the audio spectrum. Now let's focus on the audio. Right-click on the audio file, go to Keyframe Assistant, and select Convert Audio to Keyframes. This will create a new layer called Audio Amplitude. Select this layer and press U on your keyboard to reveal all the keyframes. Next, select the Audio Spectrum layer and press S to open the Scale property. We will add an expression here to link the scale to the audio's keyframes. Select the scale property, then copy the provided expression and paste it in the expression box. If you preview the animation now, you'll see that the audio spectrum reacts to the audio. can experiment with the expression settings to achieve a different look or effect. To enhance the visual style, consider adding some background images or other design elements. Now let's create a new adjustment layer for color grading. Then go to the Effects and Presets panel and search for Tint. Apply the tint effect to the adjustment layer and change the white color to something different. While this method offers quick color control, I'll demonstrate another method instead. Remove the tint effect, then search for Curves in the Effects and Presets panel. Apply the Curves effect to the adjustment layer and switch between the color channels to adjust the curves and create a unique color style. Feel free to explore different settings until you find the look that suits your project. Take your time experimenting, and this is the final result. That's it for today's tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck and peace.